Ready? When you're ready, then we can go with the story.
Hello.
Are you listening, guys?
Hello, Joel. Hello, Emily. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Granny.
Hello.
Daniel, we can't see Nathaniel and them yet.
Yeah, we try. We'll put some fun this time.
We're technically challenged. That's okay. Oh, that's cool. You can come online as you go. So. All right, Granny, go for it. Let's listen to Granny.
No, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, maybe it's a minute.
They're not long here, are they?
Yes. So we're ready to go, David?
Yeah, you go for it.
Come on.
Okay.
Anybody else coming?
Wait, we're going to leave and come
like
back.
it.
Can I see your phone?
What does she say? Doesn't seem like it.
Robin said they're away and they're going to come back.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll wait a minute. So, children, you started school today? Dville, your children started school today?
Yes, Mommy. It all went fine. They did well. Kept them off
that was
all
good.
day.
Yes, I saw the picture of them. Yes. So that was good.
Very good.
Well, you know, Grace said I must tell you how we got to Durbanville from Belleville.
Okay.
But I think I've told you how we got to Belleville.
Yes, you did. Yes. So
Yes.
tonight is how you went. How did you end up in Durbanville?
Well,
Right,
we
let's
were
listen.
10 years in Belleville. And we went overseas. And a man came, Miss Ripper was staying in our house, and a man came and asked her, would she sell her house? So she said, well, it wasn't hers, but she would tell the people who owned it, they were overseas. So when we came back, she told us, and we didn't bother about the man. But then he did come, and we said, yes, we were going to sell, but we would have to find a place. And where to go, we didn't know where to go.
Why were you going to sell?
It was all industrial and nearly all factories. When we went there, we were the only house, but then it had been rezoned for factories. So all the houses, one after another, a factory went up. So anyhow, this fella came to see the house, and he offered us a few more thousand for it than the other people were going to give us. So then he brought his father to see the house, and they were both quite happy. And then he said, do you mind if I go and fetch my wife? And here he went and fetched his wife. And when she saw me and I saw her, we couldn't believe it. She was a secretary at our dentist in Pinelands. That's who she was.
Oh, wow.
So anyhow, they bought the house and moved in.
Where was this house?
Beside the press, next door to the press.
Okay.
Anyhow, this agent, it was a time there was the earthquake in Belleville. A lot of the houses were all cracks in the walls. And this agent took us round to several houses. And Daddy says, no, some of them we couldn't get into, but you could see the cracks outside. So then, Daddy, they stopped on the side of the road. And as usual, your father started to preach the gospel to him. And he preached and he preached and he talked away to him. And I just sat in the back seat. And then he said, oh, I have a house in Durbanville. And I think I said, that's too far away. And Daddy said, let's go and see it. So when we drove up to Durbanville, he told us that it was a builder's liquidation. And the court were selling it. So we saw the house. There was two houses, ours and the one next door. And ours was fully finished, only 2 rows of tiles missing in the kitchen. And the roses for the shower were missing. And I think the toilet seats were missing. That's all. The house was perfectly finished. apart from those few wee things. So we liked the house. Although it was Durbanville, it was quite a bit away from Belleville. And he said to give an offer for it. So I forget what he said. And I said, no, we'll give 18 for it. Oh, no, that's not enough. 18.6 then, he said. So 6,000 would be his commission. And the rest would be the pay for the house. 600. So anyhow, Uncle Willie Armstrong, Daddy's cousin, was here from Ireland, and we took him to see the house. And he never said one word, not a word about the house. And he was 3 months with us. And the day he was leaving, we got word from the court, you can get the house. And Uncle Willie said, now take me to see it. So we brought him up again. And he said he was praying that we would get the house, but he didn't want to encourage us with it. So that's how we got to Durbanville from Belleville, yes. And the man who came to see our house, the other man was offering us 14,000, and this other man came and he offered us 17,000 for the house. So he said he wanted to bring his father. And then he brought his father, and then he brought his wife. And of course, we knew her. So they bought the Belleville house.
So you didn't pay much more for the massive Durbanville house.
No.
The Durbanville house, tell them what the Durbanville house had compared to the Belleville house.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Belleville house was just an ordinary house. Just two bedrooms. No, I just had 2 bedrooms, actually, but we made a third one, but taken in the back stoop.
And how many children did you have then?
Oh, I don't know. Couldn't tell you that. Forget. But with many people stayed with us, relatives of Kenneth, cousin missionaries, all came and stayed with us. But I must tell you this, when those missionaries, the cousins of Daddy, were staying with us, behind us in Belleville on the Durban Road, the man was running test bed engine. And the noise of it was going on the whole day. So we decided we'd take them out for a picnic. And you know where we picnicked that day? On the top of Decatur Avenue. There wasn't a house in sight. Not a house, just green.
Long
fields.
Tell them
before.
what Decatur Avenue is.
Decatur is where we moved to.
So
They
was
know,
that
sure.
years
The
before the
little
house
one.
was built?
Oh, yeah.
Was that years before the house
Before
was
any
built?
of those houses were built.
Before, no hospital was built there. There was
Houses.
nothing in Durbanville, none of those houses. And we parked had a picnic at the top of the street, the very top on the right-hand side. And your
Wow.
daddy said to me, would you like to live here, love? I said it would be very nice, but we'll never live in a place like this.
Oh, wow.
And that's the very street the Lord took us back to. Yes,
Amazing.
that house. I'll never forget it. When we went up and we saw it, and it was a poor building man. He was a jeweler shop in Fishhook, and he thought he would build houses, but he spent too much quickly, and that's why he went into liquidation. Yeah.
Ouch.
So that's how we got to Durbanville. It was just wonderful.
And the house in Durbanville had 4 bedrooms, and it had extra room and laundry and shower and bathroom outside.
It had everything.
And it had, was it a quarter of an acre
2,000
Yeah.
square meters.
out the back, was it?
Yes, it was great for the children
Yeah.
to play in. And
So-
there was a big field in the front of it.
2 or 4,000.
It's
Yeah.
incredible that
4,000.
Mummy and Daddy only paid 1,000 or 2,000 more for that massive house up in Durbanville compared to Northumberland Street where the factory shops are.
So this is what I want to point out, children, to you. When the Lord leads and directs and you don't do it yourself, it goes well. And it ends up far, far better.
That's
And you
right.
know, the day we left Durbanville House, when we moved out, I was just thinking of it the other night. The mounted police were here from Botswana or somewhere. horses and riders on them. And do you know about 4 of them came and they watched us leaving Durbinville House? I have a picture of Ruth and those men on the horses outside Fasapi's house where we were coming out.
Wow.
Yes, I'll never forget it.
So it was like a farewell.
It was
to the
just like a
house.
farewell of people coming to say, well, goodbye. The Lord was very good. So you're all young, but always try to seek the Lord's advice in what you do. You don't decide you're going to do this and then you pray about it. You pray and ask the Lord for guidance, and then He
Amen.
brings wonderful people into your pathway. Yes. Any questions?
Any questions, guys? Thanks, Granny.
That's not a joke, Robin. You
Oh,
have to
sorry.
ask questions.
Thanks, Granny.
Thanks, Granny.
Oh, Robin was on the go then too. so he was.
Somebody's got a question.
Yes.
What?
Somebody said yes, Granny. Oh, was it thanks, Granny?
Yeah, you said
It was.
Joel says he's got a question.
What's the question, Joel?
Joel wants to know, where did he get his hair from?
I don't know. It must be like hers.
Like daddy's, maybe.
Like Daddy's, maybe. The colour's like Daddy's anyway. Yes.
All right. Well, everybody, that's the story for tonight.
Thanks, Granny.
Thanks, Granny.
But we can just say when the Lord guides you, it's never a mistake. Yes. And I must say we had very, very happy days in that house. It was great. Yes. And the children could play in the big field in front. Big field in front with just a couple of swings. And nobody to. It was really very nice. Some lovely neighbours.
You all at the swings. Yeah, it was a lovely
Yes.
place to go. Beautiful.
Yes.
Lovely. All right. Well,
Mary
I think
and
that's
Robin
all.
are just waiting. Mary and Robin are waiting to have their photo taken. They look like they're posing for a magazine cover.
Are you settling now into your nice place too?
Nathaniel and Robin.
Daniel and Robin?
Yeah,
Are
we
you
are.
settling
Yeah.
in nicely? That's good. Yeah.
Then show Granny our garden in it.
Yeah, I've just trimmed the trees,
Yes.
Granny.
Yes.
I'll
Well,
give you.
maybe we'll catch. Okay.
I'll just give a quick look.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
Oh, wow.
so Robin does the mowing and I do the trimming, but yeah, it's a nice little garden.
Beautiful. Huh?
That's
Very
lovely.
good. Do you see, Joel?
That's lovely.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
nice.
very nice. Huh?
And the weather at the moment? Have you good weather at the moment?
It's
No,
up,
raining.
it's up and down at the moment.
Can't make up its mind what it wants to do.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Well, it's supposed to be coming in nice summer weather.
Well, we're sitting in front of the fire here, and it's very nippy tonight.
Yeah, it's
Very
cold.
cold
Isn't it?
here.
Mm.
Yes.
And going to get colder, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the weekend.
We don't feel
And
much
are
cold at the
you
central
enjoying your
heating.
job,
Oh,
Nathaniel?
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, no, the job is good.
Yes. Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
I fabricate curtain walling and doors and windows, and so I get a good
Oh.
overview of all aluminium materials, which is great.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I see.
Where is it,
Right.
Nathaniel?
In Gloucester,
In Gloucester. Oh, cool.
Gloucestershire area.
Well,
Okay.
Gloucestershire is supposed to be a very nice area.
Yeah, it is nice. It's part of the Cotswolds, so it's all the pretty greenery. So it is very nice.
I
Oh,
was
wow,
there
that's
years
okay.
ago.
That's really okay.
Looks very
Yeah.
What's the name of the aluminium company?
CDW Systems.
CDW. Okay.
Systems, yeah.
Okay. Cool. I wrote letters to quite a few guys out there. So, interesting. It's busy
Yeah,
out
a lot
there.
of them are struggling at the moment.
Are they? Okay. Wow.
A few companies shut down because of the current situation, so they weren't able to get their grant from the government because they broke some laws. So they basically went bang straight after the government refused their request. So some with staff up to 100 people had to close down basically instantly.
Damn, man. Hectic.
So
Wow.
I think it's happening everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
Pretty brutal. Eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Girl.
Heavy. Heavy. Oh, it's good to be employed, eh? That's great.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is.
Mommy's
Okay.
saying, oh, it is, yes. She's thinking she spent the day at the press.
Well, honestly, I decided now it's time for me to go home.
Hey,
So I phoned Grace, but I didn't know that it was time to close. It was 4:30.
that was good. Huh?
So I had a good day. It went quickly.
Yeah, it's the longest day Mommy's had so far.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Believe it.
And she's staying in the office, and she's got her own flask, and she's got her own mug, and she's not allowed out.
Yes. So.
Very good.
Oh, that's good. Huh? Right, said last.
They're saying good night.
Night, night, dear.
Night,
Night
night.
early for school.
Sleep
Night,
tight.
night. Night, night.
Big.
Mm.
All right.
Good night, Granny.
Hello.
Good night.
Night,
They're
night.
all saying good night.
All right. Thanks very
everybody,
much.
sleep tight.
All
Bye,
right.
bye.
Nice seeing everybody. Nice seeing you, Nathaniel.
For having us.
Bye.
Nice
Bye-bye.
Robin.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.